side? From this side?
Yep. Perfect. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As always, a huge thanks for coming back. We really appreciate you. So today I'm pretty excited. We should be finishing this crew cab short bed, blue, green truck, whatever you want to call it. In this video, we should be getting the full suspension put back together. And most importantly, at least for me, that I'm most excited about is testing out that Hydroboost system. Now, in the last video that we showed you the truck, we had the OBS master cylinder back on the truck because I wasn't sure what we were going to be able to work out with that. I think I have a game plan to be able to use the Super Duty 08 master cylinder, so hopefully that works out. And I'm also planning on giving you guys a much better rundown on how to install this system using factory lines, just off-the-shelf stuff to make this as cheap as possible. And we're also going to be doing an 05 Plus gearbox on this thing, which I have a fun little story. So let's jump right into it. To try and keep it from scratching the powder coat. I need a band-aid. Alrighty guys, so we have most of our brackets already installed on the frame. The only two that we're missing right now is the coil bucket and the track bar bracket. And those are out just because we're doing the gearbox right now. So as soon as we get that done, we'll throw the brackets back out and get them torqued. But for now, we're gonna torque every other bracket that's on the truck. And these things in our kit, there's three main sizes of hardware that will be included. Half inch, which is the most common, pretty much every bracket takes that, and that gets torqued to 90 foot-pounds. The track bar bracket has two 5/8 bolts right there. Those get torqued to 150, I believe. And then it has three more for the drop track bar bracket on the cross member that are 9/16. Those ones get torqued at, okay, never mind. The 5/8 get torqued to 180. The 9/16 are 130. We personally like to torque everything. It's not just to make sure, torquing is not just to make sure that they're tight enough. They're actually also to make sure that they're not too tight, which can be also a big problem because you can literally shear the bolt completely off. So you don't want to be too tight or too loose. You want to be right in spec, which is, again, what we like doing. And I'll be right back. With torquing, one thing that we love doing is, and that we highly recommend, is marking every bolt that you torque. And my favorite product to do that is these Brevlock paint markers. They leave a really nice, clean line. They look great, and it's really easy to see, and they also come in quite a few different colors. So yeah, let's go ahead, get all this stuff torqued, and then we'll move on to that Hydroboost. Okay guys, so I've got the Hydroboost set up on this thing completely figured out. All we have to do is just test drive it. And before we do that, though, I kind of want to give an explanation of the easiest way to do this, because I complicated things for myself a little bit, but this could be really easy. So again, we're using the F53 Hydroboost. The F53 is a RB chassis, basically. But the Hydroboost from it is a direct bolt onto our OBS. There's no needing to modify the firewall or anything like that. The only thing that we did do was modify the brake pedal, which is something that you want to do with essentially any Hydroboost swap that you do. Now, the next kind of complicated part of that was the master cylinder, and that's the part where I complicated it myself. The cool thing about the F53 motorhome Hydroboost is that it allows you to keep your OBS master cylinder. And again, that'll work perfectly. It'll be a really good upgrade. But I wanted to try and do the best setup that I could possibly do on this truck. So what we ended up doing is we actually bolted up the Super Duty master cylinder, which again is a direct bolt on to this Hydroboost. No needing to modify or slot out the holes in it or anything like that. But there are a few things that we had to modify, and they're the only modifications that we had to do, and that's only if you go with this setup with the Super Duty master cylinder. We have the Super Duty master cylinder, and the reason why I wanted to use this thing is because it's actually a 1.5-inch bore cylinder on this thing, which is pretty big and should take full advantage of those bigger all-around disc brakes that these trucks come with. But like I said, there are a few things that we had to modify. The first thing is the low-level switch for the fluid. We removed the sensor that came in this reservoir, and we replaced it with the one from the OBS. That way everything should read properly and plug in. And as you can see, it's plugged in right now. Another thing that you might be seeing right now that's a little bit weird, this master cylinder has the outlets for the brake lines going towards the driver's side, compared to where the OBS has them going to the passenger side. And actually the fittings are different on this thing. So what we did is we went ahead and reflared both lines with the correct fittings to be able to work with this master cylinder. And as you can see, everything's bolting up perfectly. Also, the cruise control switch now at the bottom of this thing, but again, it bolted up directly to the master cylinder, not having to modify anything. So basically, the biggest modification that we had to do to be able to run this master cylinder was reflaring these lines to have the correct fittings to work with this master cylinder. And everything else has been super straightforward, which is, again, where I'm going to talk about the lines, because once again, it's going to get a little bit complicated for us because we're going with the 05 Plus gearbox, which is going to change things a little bit. But we'll talk about that in a little bit once we get to that part. But what we did for lines, like I had already mentioned, is we did just F Super Duty lines that bolted out perfectly if you have your OBS power steering pump and your OBS gearbox. Again, just completely off the shelf parts. Go to your AutoZone, ask for the power steering pump to Hydroboost line and the Hydroboost to gearbox line, and they'll give you lines that will work with the OBS setup and the F53 Hydroboost. Again, the only line that's a little bit custom, but it's still parts that you can get off the shelf, is the return. For the return, we used a 5/16-20, don't hold me to that, O-ring to -6 AN line, and then we used a -6 90-degree elbow to bar fitting to a 3/8 power steering line, and then we teed it in to the return on our pump. If you don't want to tie it into the return, you can also get an F Super Duty power steering pump with the reservoir, and that will have an extra port for your return. But again, if you don't want to mess with that, you can just do like we did and tie in to that return line. And yeah, basically that's it. Hopefully that made sense. But it's a super easy upgrade, and once I test it, and if it works like everyone says that it is, I think it'll be worthwhile. So again, we're super excited to test it, but before we do that, we got to get this truck put back together. That's the last step. We've got our gearbox in, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll put that in, and then we'll put the front axle and get everything bled and off the lift. All right, guys, so as I said, the next step for this truck is going to be doing an 05 Plus gearbox, which is where things got a little bit complicated for me. For one, because this is the second gearbox that I've ordered, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. But two, the F Super Duty lines worked perfectly with the stock OBS gearbox, but they're not gonna work with this 05 Plus gearbox, and the Super Duty lines also don't work. They'll work with this gearbox, but they're not gonna work with the F53 Hydroboost that we have. So that's gonna make us have to make a custom line, which is not a big deal. I'll just run over to my local hydraulic shop and they should be able to crimp us a new line. And I'll show you that once we get it done. I'll tell you what fittings we used and all that. That way you guys know what to use. Now, the gearbox. Let me take this bad boy out. Okay, so what we have here is a redhead gearbox, which they're great gearboxes. We're actually a dealer for them now. So if you guys want to get your swap done and want a redhead gearbox, we can get that for you. But what I had originally purchased, one, at the request of the customer, and two, because I also think that they're great gearboxes. But we had purchased a PSC gearbox, which again, PSC probably produces some of the best gearboxes. One thing that I love about them too is that you don't need a cord. But none of that matters because they don't make a gearbox that's going to fit on the OBS. They only make the big bore gearboxes, which I could swear that they made the regular ones, but I guess they don't. And I ordered that. And again, the big bore gearbox is physically much larger than the regular Super Duty gearboxes or the OBS gearboxes. And it was about an inch too big for me able to fit in that truck. So what we ended up doing is we went ahead and grabbed the redhead gearbox, just a regular box, which again should be a tremendous upgrade for this truck, and we're super excited to try it on. But unfortunately, one of the things that happened while we were figuring out that PSC gearbox didn't fit, one of the things that we did is we actually put a small hole in the radiator hose, and we got to get that fixed. Now the hose for that is not going to get here until a couple of days, and we need to get this gearbox on. So I think I have a fix for it, so let's go over there. Okay guys, so like I mentioned, we put a hole on the hose of this thing, and right now we have it literally with the clamp plugged together, and I have the new hose coming in for this, but we really got to move forward and finish the rest of the swap, and I can't just be waiting for that hose. So we're gonna try and use some Flex Seal to temporarily plug that hole, and hopefully it'll hold. Well, this is actually Gorilla Tape. We're gonna buy the real deal Flex Seal, but that thing's literally twice the price of this. Well, it's the same price of this, but half the product. And I personally love Gorilla Tape, so we're gonna go ahead, see if that seals up this hole for the meantime. Okay guys, so I really hope this works, and it's probably gonna get a little bit messy, so gonna at least take one layer off. And I probably should just drain all the cooling, because I'm pretty sure that when we swap the hose, I'm gonna have to anyways, but I really don't want to do that right now, so we're gonna try this first. No, this is not working. Starting to think that maybe I should have invested into Flex Seal. Do we have any empty buckets anywhere? Okay, so it turns out that I am an idiot. I guess all the coolant is just whatever's in the pump, because it's pretty much just about done leaking, which makes me feel better for whenever we go to swap out that hose for one that doesn't have a hole in it. Again, I'm not a mechanic, and I know that it doesn't sound good, but I do suspension and design. Mechanic work, not yet. This one's much lighter. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, we've got the gearbox in there. It fit perfectly without any problems. Thank God. And then, if you're not aware, one of the biggest modifications that you have to do if you go with the 05 Plus gearbox is you actually have to enlarge these 3 holes in the frame, because these bolts are larger than the OBS ones. And then we actually carry these bolts on our website. If you guys want to do the swap, they'll be on the website. And another thing that we're working on right now is the line from the gearbox to the power steering pump. Once we have that, that will be a kit that you can get, so you'll be able to get the line and the bolts instead of the instead of the OBS pitman arm. So yeah, hopefully soon they'll be on the website. But now what we got to figure out is what we're going to do for our line to go from the gearbox to the Hydroboost. 350 foot-pounds. Come on, motherfucker. Okay. Okay, guys, so we've got our line that should allow us to use the F53 Hydroboost with the 05 Plus Super Duty gearbox. Now, I really wanted to make this line out of AN lines and fittings, but I gotta do more research to see what fittings I need on both ends to make this work. I know that it can be done. I'm just not 100% sure right now what it is. And if I'm gonna be offering lines like this, it'll get really expensive really quick if we gotta buy 2 separate lines and then pay to have them made into one. So like I said, I gotta figure this out. But for now, I'm really happy with this line. Like I said, it'll allow us to run that F53 Hydroboost with the Super Duty gearbox. And I mean, it's a really nice line. It looks factory, so that's definitely good. So let's go ahead, let's get this thrown on the truck. We'll move on and get the rest of the suspension installed. Alrighty guys, so we are pretty much done with this truck, but unfortunately we couldn't 100% finish it, and I'll show you why here in a little bit. But we did get the whole Hydroboost figured out, like I showed you earlier, so definitely super happy about that. Just bummed out that we couldn't get this truck back on the ground. We had a little problem. I personally messed up when I was getting one of these radius arms ready to put on the truck, and we are essentially going to have to send it back to powder coat just because we obviously want it to be perfect before we put it on the truck. So we can't delay the video the 2 or 3 days that it'll take to get back from the shop. So as soon as it gets back from the shop, we'll get it thrown on the axle. We'll get the axle under the truck. And like I said, the truck's basically ready to go. If it wasn't for this arm, it would be outside right now and we would be test driving it, which again, I'm super bummed out that we weren't able to finish it, especially because we have a super cool new project that's gonna be coming in as soon as this truck gets out. But anyways, I hope that everybody has a great time this week. It's 4th of July, so I hope everybody has a great time with their families, doing some picnics, celebrating the birth of this great country. But yeah guys, we will see you on the next video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and